Hey folks, it's the Wizard of Wizard of Mo Games, and today we're at the Wizard's Table. I wanted to show you this little game I ordered. I found it on Facebook, and I think there are a few other people that have put out videos where they have found this on Facebook and given it a try. It's a fairly simple game. It's called Solus Lost by Wolf Boy Entertainment Group. So I ordered it. It was relatively inexpensive, but it's a solo game, and basically what you have to do is survive. You got to find your way home. So I'm going to pull this aside here and sort of show you some of the cards that come with it. I also got the little Vanguard booster pack, and I'll show you what that does here in a second. So according to this book of rules, you have yourself a character and a ship, and your character ages as time goes on, which is basically your life total, and your ship can take damage. If either you or your ship meet their demise, your journey is over. So you have these artifacts, and you need to acquire these artifacts so that you can gain these home links. And these will be set aside at the beginning of the game. You have the phase shifter, the destabilizer, the hypernova core, and the singularity node. And the way you do that, you're going to have this deck of cards that is all shuffled up. And in this deck, we have situational cards. These will come up, they will feed to the story, certain things will happen, and you just basically play them and then they get discarded. What's interesting is that there are two different discard piles in this game. There is a discard pile with a little coffin, and once they are discarded, they are gone. But there are also little discards that have a little looks like a little gem on them or a shiny diamond, and those go into what is called a lost pile. And there are certain things in the game that will tell you shuffle your graveyard pile back into the game, which is the coffin, or shuffle your lost pile back into the game. And I guess those are cards that can help you achieve your goals, so they want to keep the discard piles separate from each other. So that's pretty interesting in and of itself. So these situational cards come into play and add to the story. Then you have encounter cards, which are basically ships, and you will have to fight against these ships. And it's basically one die roll. They give you a neat little die 20 here, pink one, and you'll roll the dice, and there is a value on the ship that you have to meet or exceed to hit them. And they have a little chart in here that tells how much damage it will actually do to them if you hit them. So this says I need a 13 or better. If I rolled a 13, I'd be hitting them for a single point. Down here, it shows what their attack value is, which is 10, which means if they roll anything from a 1 to 10, they're hitting me. If I roll anything from a 13 to a 20, I'm hitting them. And in between 10, which is 11 and 12 only on this particular card, I think there's all different types of values here, then we are both hit for a single point of damage. So I think that's interesting because you roll low, you get hit. You roll high, you hit them. You roll sort of medium, depending on what the range is. Like this guy has a 5 value. So he would have to roll a 1 to a 5, or you would roll a 1 to a 5, and you would be hit. But anywhere from a 6 to a 14, you'd both be hit, and a 15 and above, I would hit him. And so that's how it works, and you keep battling back and forth until one of you is dead. Now, those ships are doing damage to your ship, not to you personally, because yours is going to be considered aging. So there will be cards in here that refer to aging and gaining years back, and you can avoid encounters by aging because you're warping away, and it takes a long time. Then you have a stack of tool cards, and these are ways to upgrade your ship. And you can have 2 of these in play at a time. If you ever draw a third, you can replace one of them. So you got a stack of tool cards. And it looks like they get shuffled back into the lost pile. And then you have these little guys here. And we're going to go back and see what they're called. The recruits. So these are people that can help you out. And you can have one of them. And basically they're going to give you a couple of different things. Like before each battle, I could repair a damage to my ship. Apparently he's a machinist, astro machinist. And once he's activated, when I put him in play, once per recruitment, I can repair up to 4 damage. So basically I could hold him here, 5 damage. And maybe I only have 2 damage. It's like, yeah, I'm going to hold on to him. I get up to like 6 damage. I can activate him, turn him sideways, and that's once per his recruitment. And that would allow me to repair 5 to my ship, but I'm still going to be able to use this one that allows me before each battle to repair 1 until he's gone. And he does have the little graveyard symbol, so once he's dead, he's gone. If you ever want to draw another and want to replace them, you do say goodbye to them, but because of the difficult choice, you're going to age 10 years. So if you warp away, you're going to age, and if you let one of your crew members go, there's only 4 of them here, so we're going to go ahead and stack these over here. They'll go away. Then we have, these are the overlords. So these will come to play and you will fight them. They're a little stronger. They have special abilities, but they have a little symbol here that's related to each of the artifacts. These are the defenders of these artifacts. And in essence, they have them. So if I go against Zoragath, the Void Devourer, and I defeat him, hey, I would, I think I put him aside, and then I would go ahead and take his artifact, and then it's going to give me sometimes a one-time special ability. This one's permanently gain attack. This is after every battle I get to heal, and before battle I can roll to see if I avoid the altercation. So once you gain these, you get a one-time or a permanent ability. And your goal is to defeat all 4 of these guys and get all 4 of these artifacts, because when you have the artifact and you come through the deck and come across one of these home link cards, you have to have the artifact in order to activate the home link. So if you come across a home link, it's got a special ability on there, but you're not going to get to keep it unless you have the artifact. So basically you got to have all 4 of these and all 4 of those. And that looks like, well, I guess it's half of the key. Maybe you get to keep it until you get the matching pairs of all 4 of them. That's what it looks like to me. But I'm going to go ahead and check back through here. And home links. To find your way home, you need to find and activate all of them. You can activate this by using the matching artifact. So you would get it, and I guess you would put it in play. I'm going to hold on to this until I find the artifact to activate it. And that way you're not having to dig back through the deck and look for it. All right, so that basically looks like what you have to do. Now, as for, I'm going to go ahead and put all of these guys and all of these guys into the deck. We're going to shuffle this up real well because I had them all separated by the type of card, and you know how that works in trying to shuffle these things. I did open this and sleeve them all up first. I figure if I'm going to be playing with them, I might as well protect them. Then over here, while I shuffle through this, I will show you this little Vanguard booster pack. So instead of having Pharaon and the Solus, this little booster pack is first of all going to come out, and I have already opened this and sleeved these as well. It tells you a little bit of what this is. This booster pack features 4 ships and 4 skilled pilots, each equipped with unique abilities to enhance your gameplay experience. And each pilot matches a ship that has a complementing special abilities. You just match their symbols, but you can mix and match them. But if their symbols match, you're going to get a complementing ability on it. So that's just a little card that tells you what's going on with that. Also, instead of flipping back through this book to the little damage scale when you roll the dice, they actually included a card that has that scale on it so that you don't have to keep flipping back around through the book. That's pretty nice to have over here. Let's move these guys. They're giving me a little bit of a shadow. All right. And they have redone Pharaon with his special ability. He has the same amount of health, sort of darkened him up a bit. So we'll move Pharaon out of the way. And a couple of extra guys here, each with special abilities. And then they have upgraded the Solus. And he does match to Pharaon with the little symbol. We'll put him down there. The Wraith, the Eclipse, and the Skyrax. So basically 4 pilots, 4 ships. You can mix and match them. If you match the icons, they're going to get specials. You know, instead of digging through all those specials, this is the first time I'm ever playing this. I'm going to go ahead and take these, and I'm going to use the Solus and Pharaon to show you how this thing plays. So they also give you 2 little pink cubes that you can track your life in years, your age, and the damage to your ship. Now, from what I understand, the game is difficult. So let's put this booster pack stuff aside, and let's go ahead and take this thing and shuffle it really good. Yeah, I went to the Facebook ad, and of course I'm sort of leery about buying things through Facebook ads, but I followed it and found the actual website of the company, and everything on the company seemed legit. So I went and saw that other people had purchased it and had reviews on the game. So I said, well, this has to be legit. And I was able to buy it at a discount, enough discount, I got free shipping out of it. So if you follow the Facebook link, it'll get you to a place that gets you free shipping. If you go straight to the web page, I think they charge shipping for it, like 12 bucks. But I was able to get the game and the booster pack for like, I don't know, 24 bucks or something like that. 18 for the game and 6 for the booster pack. So I said, yeah, let's go for it. Free shipping and everything. And it got here in like 3 or 4 days. Not bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this up. So how this works, you have this deck. I'm going to move the rolling thing over here. I might have to look at this. And we'll keep my people or whatever I get over here on the other side. This is the little sticker that came with it. It's the Wolf Boy Entertainment Group. I'll stick that up here next to these artifacts. All right, so the way it works, it gives you the illusion of choice. You take the top 2 cards off the deck and you pick one of them. So this reminds me a lot of 10 Helm, 10 Realm, the Jason Glover games, the little 10 games, and Iron Helm, where you would choose a card and then you would have the option to press your luck and say, no, I'm not going to do that one. Let me move on and pick the other one instead. Well, in this one, you're just going to pick one and use it and then fill it in with another card. So there's really no choice. There's no consequences for your choice. I mean, you could just play them off the top of the deck one at a time. All that's going to do is just hold one in a queue until you draw it. So I've been trying to think of ways to play it to where you could maybe get rid of a card and then put it aside, and when you go to the second one, depending on whether it's a boon or a bane, where you would take damage unto yourself, maybe you age 10 years because you waited so long to choose the other one if it's bad. If it's good, maybe you heal or heal your ship or something. Haven't quite worked it all out yet, but when I do, what I'll do is write it all down and use it as a suggestion, or maybe even just modify it so that I play it that way myself. I know that over on the Dungeon Dive, he felt the same thing, and he is probably going to work up a way to do it, probably before I do. So anyway, so this is how it works. We're going to just take this first one, and it is a perceived threat. It is a tool. Every battle you avoid any damage on your first roll. Well, hey, I want to take this tool. I'm going to have this thing sitting around. I'm carrying this thing with me. And then you would just fill in this. But again, no real choice. I mean, you're randomly running through this deck. You're looking for those guys and defeating them. You might hit them early. You might hit them late. So let's go ahead and let's pull the end one here again. This is nav malfunction. So this is one of those situations. Your ship's nav system suddenly blinks out of existence, leaving you adrift in the vast expanse of space. The stars blur and swirl around you, no longer reliable points of reference, as you desperately try to reestablish a connection to the ship's guidance systems. Place the top 5 cards of the deck in the lost stack. So this one goes to the graveyard, or it's got the little coffin there. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that over here, and then these will go into a lost stack. 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have to hit something, like if this has got any of my bosses or any of my home links, I'm going to have to hit a card in here that allows me to shuffle this back into the deck. So not good. So these are lost. I'm sorry, those are discarded, and these are my lost pile right here. So we'll just keep these guys handy dandy, ready to go after. Well, that wasn't good. So let's go ahead and pull this. I'm just going to flip it. It is a dreadnought. All right, so this is going to be an encounter. So I see that he has 10 as his attack value, and 13 is his defense. That means when I roll this die, if I roll it anywhere from 1 to 10, I'm going to take damage, and according to this, I'm going to take anywhere from 3, 2, or 1, depending on how low he rolls. And then I would have to roll a 13 or higher, and depending on what I roll, it would do damage to him. He has 4 health, and it would come to my ship. So yeah, maybe it's easy enough, but if he knocks me down a couple and I hit another and he knocks me down a couple, I could run away, and if I do, I warp away, and then this guy goes away. This says shields have no effect. Oh, so if you had, I guess they're shield cards. I don't know. I hadn't looked through them. I don't have any anyway, so, the dreadnought looks scary. Let's just go ahead and warp away. I'm going to lose 10 years of my life to run away from this ship, and it is the graveyard. Let's flip another. Let's go ahead and look at this guy. This guy, oh, what do you know? We have one of the boss cards. All right, this is the Void Devourer, and he's associated to the Singularity node. So he has 7 health. And he is fighting against my ship, because he is in a ship. I'm sorry, he doesn't have 7 health. He has 7 attack. And he has 4 health, only 10 defense. And it says roll 2 or less. You search your deck for the first recruit, and you find and remove them from the game. Okay, so he will basically kill your recruits. So your recruits also come with a little bit of health on them, and when you're attacked, you can choose to damage and kill them instead, and so they can take some of the force. So let's go ahead and roll and show you how this thing works. I'm rolling the die. Boom. I got an 18, so that was a pretty good lucky roll. So it's over his 10. I'm not taking any damage. He is going to take damage, and an 18 says that he takes 3. So I have a die here to track that. He takes 3 out of his 4 damage. Wow, so he is hurting. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to get in there and knock this dude out. That would be great. So let's see if I can do it. I rolled a 14. So on this handy dandy chart, a 14 is higher than his 10, so he's taking damage of 1. I just killed this dude. He took 4 total damage. That's his life. He is gone. And I am going to set him up here, and I am going to take the Singularity node. And when it comes into play, it says search your deck and remove the Black Hole event, Black Hole and Event Horizon card from the game. So apparently those are pretty nasty. So we'll look in here and we will find and remove the Black Hole and the Event Horizon card. Well, this looks cool. We'll shuffle this thing back up. And I'm wondering, it says search your deck, but this isn't part of my deck. What if that was one of the cards? I think you would probably have to search that one too, because it has not yet been drawn. So we're going to play it like that, because if it was one of those cards, I'd have to pull that one up after the fact. So I'm going to take these, remove them from the game. I'm going to put them behind that boss, just because he is the one that I fought and got the Singularity node. So this is related to the little thing that I'm looking for here to get out of here. So let's put 2 more up here, and let's go ahead and flip the first one. Repair drones, another tool. During battle, if you roll 15 or higher, repair your ship for 1. Well, I think with the tools, if you come across another, you can pitch them. So I might as well take that and have it on hand. So I have my 2 tools that I am allowed to have here, and that's pretty cool. So let's put this down. Move these aside, pull this up. Radiation exposure. The radiation from a nearby star begins to intensify. Your skin starts to tingle and burn, and you feel the full force of the cosmic rays battering your body. Every breath you take feels like a fire in your lungs. Age 20 years. Wow. And take 3 damage to your ship. And this is during battle. This is during battle. Doesn't look like it. So I age 20 years. And I take 3 damage to my ship. Wow, radiation exposure is not fun. This one goes into the graveyard pile. Alright, I didn't like that, so let's take this first one. Look at this, Grunch. This is one of your little helper guys. Let's take him. We'll go ahead and put him. He has 1 health, so when I take damage, I could just take him out, and then I would take... I think I take the rest of it. I would have to look and see. In fact, I'm going to look at that now, because if we come across it, I want to make sure I'm doing it right when the time comes. Recruits. They have an inherent ability and activated ability. The activated ability can only be used once while it's in play. Once you've used it, turn the card sideways. The inherent ability is always active as long as your recruit is in play. You can also have them, you can only have 1 at a time. If you recruit another, you age 10 years. You may also use your recruit to take damage during battle. So it just says take damage during battle. So I would assume that 1 point of, damage, like damage to your ship, because it's this, okay. It's not years, it's damage to your ship. So instead of breaking through the ship, it kills the person. Okay, now I know. And now we go. Let's go ahead and pull this one again. This looks like a battle, but it's not a ship, but it is. He's in space, I guess. He has 3 health. He has 10 as his defense. Every miss, place the top card of your deck in the lost stack and age 10 years. If this happens 3 times, place the Time Eater back into the deck and shuffle. Oh my, he is a Time Eater, isn't he? So, so I have to do 3 damage to him, but any misses to him are going to come back to me and age me and put cards in the lost stack. Okay. All right, well, I would consider this a battle, so before each battle I can repair a single damage. I'll do that, and let's roll. So I'm looking to get a 10 or higher. And what do we get? We get a 14. So a 14 is going to hit. It's not a miss. I don't suffer ill effects. And he takes a single point of his 3 damage. Time Eater. Let's do it again. Come on, little die. What do we got? We got a 10. That's good because I hit it. I don't think I have to exceed that. I think I just have to hit it because anything less than that would be in between. So I got him for a single point of damage again for 2. And last one, I don't want to age here. I missed the bin. I'm going to roll it in the bin. 17 does 2 to him. It's enough to take the Time Eater out. He has a little coffin on the bottom. There goes the Time Eater. I am happy I survived. Let's put another card up. And let's go ahead and take the one we just brought. Gravity Well. Engine struggling. You're caught in the grip of a massive gravity well. The stars streak by in a dizzying blur as you fight to break free. The ship groaning under the strain. Take 2 damage to your ship. 1, 2. And shuffle your deck. And this has the little lost icon. So that could come back to get us. And shuffling the deck, I am going to make the rule that if you've got a card face down, it's part of the deck. We have us a nice deck shuffle here. And we're going to pull up 2 and let's flip it. Boom. Okay, this is a tool, a regen crystal. So I have 2 tools already. Roll 3 times for 15 plus. For each win, you may reduce your aging by 10 years or repair 1 damage. So I got to get a 15 or higher 3 times. It's a tool. What's this? Every battle, avoid any damage on your first roll. And during your battle, if you roll 15 or higher, I think I did on one of the ones against the Time Eater. I rolled a 17, so I'm going to go ahead and repair 1. You know, rather than take the chance on the crystal, it's just going to go to the lost pile. We'll flip another. Let's just use this one. Solar Flare, F-L-A-I-R. Interesting. A nearby star has unleashed a powerful storm of radiation, its fiery tendrils reaching out to engulf everything in their path. As the solar winds collide with your ship, chaos reigns, disrupting your instrument panels and navigation systems. Roll against a 7. If you lose, place the top 3 cards in the lost stack and take -2 damage to the ship. All right, so I've got to beat a 7. And I rolled a 6. I did not. This is not a battle, because I do have the thing that says during battle I can avoid this, that, and another. So I will place the top 3 cards. It's hard to find these things when they keep going over here in the lost pile. And I'll take 2 damage to my ship. This guy's going to help me before battle. And if I roll higher, I can do that. And I can, once per recruitment, repair 5 damage. We'll wait until it's costly. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So we're thinning the deck out as we go because some of these cards are lost and some of these cards are gone. Cloaking Shield. Avoid a hostile encounter, then discard after use. I don't want a one-shot. Let's put it down. Let's flip another and let's take it. Foresight, another tool, age 10 years. Draw the next card in the deck and choose whether to play that card or put it in the lost stack. Well, I don't want that. I think the tools that I have I'm pretty happy with. Let's skip over and go to this guy. Nebula Raider, it's a fight. Roll 5 or less, you take 2 damage. So I got to roll a 12 or better. He's got to roll up to a 9. He has 3 health. But before the battle, I can repair a damage. And then over here, if I roll a 15 or higher, I can repair the ship. And every battle, I avoid any damage on my first roll. So let's go ahead and hit this first roll. If I'm going to roll bad, let's do it now. And it's a 10. Guess what? So this 10 comes between the 9 and the 12. So we both take a damage, but I can avoid damage on the first roll. So that's cool. So he's going to take 1 of his 3. Let's go again. This is a 16. So let's look over here. He's going to take 2, which puts him at 3, which is going to kill him. And then over here, if you roll a 15 or higher, repair your ship for 1. All right. Well, so far, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's reset these. Let's take this dude and get rid of him. I did not roll a 5 or less during any of those. Wow. Let's go for that side again. A Star Strider. So I'm just fighting these guys. He has 12 defense, 7 attack, 2 health. Defeating Star Strider causes you to age 20 years. Well, why would I even... Okay, I could repair my ship or age. You know what? I could just age 10 years and avoid the fight altogether. Huh. But I could get some repaired before battle there, and if I rolled high enough, I could get my ship up. So I could defeat him, but I would lose, you know, my ship's in good hands. I got a lot of stuff. I could avoid damage on my rolls. I think I'm just going to age 10 years and say goodbye, Star Strider. Boom. Let's pull this inner card. And so what I'm thinking, oh look, here we come across another assistant, Dr. R-3721. Before each battle, reduce aging by 10 years. Ooh. Once per recruitment, reduce aging by 50 years. Well, so that's the same thing as Grunch here. And I have stuff that allows me to repair ships and to not take damage. I'm going to let Grunch go. Sorry, Grunch. I aged 10 years for doing it. I'm feeling so bad. Go on, go over there. But I am taking the Doctor. So this is cool. I will gain health back. And then, once I start getting really low, I could get 50 years back. So these are taking care of my ship, and this is taking care of me. This is pretty cool. I think I like it. So what I was thinking on these, yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but I could make this an actual choice, Light shield, another tool, may be used to protect against an asteroid field or to deflect one attack roll from an enemy. Discard after use. One shot. Let's put him back here. Now see, all of these are lost cards and they will come back, I believe. They should, because I have to. I've got cards in there that I need. Interdiction. A corrupt interceptor. You may sacrifice a recruit to avoid battle, then place interdiction into the lost stack. Let's not do that. Let's go into battle. So, before battle, let's gain some health. And if I roll a 15 or higher, I get to repair my ship. Now this one, he's got a 9 attack and 4 health and a 12 defense. So I got to roll higher than a 12. In between, we'll both take 1, but I do have the perceived threat. And there's the roll. Look at that. That's an 18, folks. So I rolled 15 or higher. I'm going to repair my ship. 18 is going to hit him for 3 of his 4. Boom. I'm not going to avoid this contact. So let's go one more time. A 14 during battle if you roll that. So this is for every roll, the repair drones, where this is only once per each battle. That's cool. 14 is going to hit him for another 1. It's going to be enough to take him out, and he will go to the graveyard. All right, so you guys are sort of catching on how this works. Let's try this. A distress beacon. Search your deck for a recruit of your choice and place them in play. Discard after use. It's a one-shot. These permanents, they're kicking butt. I like them, and he is a lost guy. Let's take this one. Look at that. A home link. Which one is it? You may search the lost stack for a card of your choice, then resolve. Then shuffle lost stack back into the deck. Okay, so I get the home link. I just don't have the green guy to go with him yet. All right, and I get to search this stack for a card of my choice and then resolve it and then shuffle this back into the deck. Wow, if I could find the guy I need to fight, or I could maybe find, look at this, here's a couple of home links right here. Resolve the card that I want. Weapons upgrade. +2 on all attacks. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. I do not see a boss in here, but I think that I want to take this. I'm going to go ahead and match up this one to this one. So I'm part way there. Then all of this is going to get shuffled in, and it says shuffle the lost stack back into the deck as well, which is what I was doing, and reduce your aging by up to 50 years. Look at that, I'm back to health. Lost stack is going back in, and I am 3/8 of the way home. That's what we're looking at. And this would be part of my deck as well. So I'm fully healthy age-wise, and my ship only has a couple of damage, but I've got ways of repairing that, avoiding damage, and getting my age back. That's pretty cool. All right, so we got this guy all shuffled up. Let's pop 1. Let's pop 2. Let's do that first one. It is quantum error. A single error in the quantum code, and reality itself begins to unravel. Time becomes meaningless as the world around you blurs and distorts, and the forces of entropy take hold. Your body begins to age at an alarming rate. Decades passing in the span of a few moments. Age 30 years, and shuffle your graveyard back into the deck. 1, 2, 3, oh no. This is all of this stuff goes back into the deck. So that is quite alarming. So I'm going to work until I get another boss or another artifact. I think we have run into basically everything in the game that you can run into. And I will finish and play through and see how it looks, but let's look at a few more cards here. Where are we at? Lieutenant Grawshire, +2 on all rolls, once per recruitment, +10 on a roll. So he's the combat booster, but I like the health guy, so sorry, Lieutenant, you're going to go away. Let's pull this one. It is the Swarm. Looks like an Exo Hive Fighter. He has 11 attack, 13 defense, 4 health. You are unable to use repair drones when facing the swarm. There he is. All right, so do we want to battle him? I could avoid a damage. 4 is pretty healthy. Let's go ahead and age 10 years and tell the swarm to take a hike. Let's flip this close one here. The Dreadnought. Again, I try it. Shields have no effect. I have no shields. And he has 4 defense, but he's a little bit easier to fight, and at least my repair drones are active. Let's go ahead and fight him. So before the battle, I get 10 health back, and here we go. Boom. A 4. 4 is terrible. 4 says I take a damage, but every battle avoid any damage on your first roll. Thanks. Let's get him this time, guys. A 13. 13 is going to hit probably for 1. 3 more to go. A 2. Not good. A 2 is 2 damage to me. 1, 2. This might be it pretty quick anyway, so let's look again. There's a 12. It's still in between, so we both take 1. He's at 2, and I go to 5. I need to get me some 15 so I can use those drones. What do we got? We got a 13 this time, which does hit him for 1, putting him at 3 out of 4. And we'll go in one more time. 8. 8 is me getting hit for 1 point. My ship is quickly taking damage. Let's go again. Boom. 3. Ow. Another point. He is hitting me hard. The Dreadnought is very difficult for the little Solus to take on. So let's roll again. We keep fighting until it's done. 9. Me. I take damage. 9 takes 1. I'm down to 8. One more roll. It's an 11. We each take 1. I'm down to 1 more hit, but it was enough to kill him. The Dreadnought is gone, and that is that. Oh my goodness. I did not roll good enough. I am barely limping along. So let's go ahead and pull a card. Let's take the one that was down there. That was the one I really needed, right? Radiation exposure. Well, age 20 years and take 3 damage. Folks, this is how it's played. I just got defeated. I had 3/8 of what I needed to fly home. The home length, I got 1 artifact, I fought 1 boss, and even my special tools and my doctor did not help. Didn't matter my age. I could have done some stuff with my age, but my ship just got torn up, blown away. Well, this is the Wizard of Wizard MO Games. We're at the Wizard's table. I hope you like this video. When I come up with a way to make this a choice, I will come back and do another video and see how that works. But right now it looks like it's just straight out. Now there are things that are good and that could help repair or anti-age you if you make that as your second choice. And then there are things that are bad, but just playing it straight, it's difficult. It's really difficult to do. So maybe some of these asymmetric powers. Here we go. Here's a ship. If you roll a 3 or less, repair your ship for 1 and deal 1 damage to the enemy. Okay. You can have up to 3 tool cards or 2 recruits. Okay. The Solus, the new one, if your damage token reaches -8 or higher, you can swap from battles without aging your pilot. Oh, warp from battles. Sorry. All right. A defeated enemy ship may be held by Wraith and used as a shield equal for the enemy's damage value. Oh, that's why they're referring to shields. And then the characters. may hold onto a tool card to be added to your ship at any time when a tool slot is available. So basically you can reserve it when you're holding to. Once per battle you may re-roll. If it's less than the original roll, repair your ship. If it's greater, repair your ship for more. If it's equal, the enemy is destroyed. Nice, that's some sort of bug guy. Synapse. Once per battle, Synapse may disable an enemy for 2 rolls. During the 2 rolls, your ship takes no damage. Okay, and then Farron, my pilot. Whenever you age 20 or more years, look at the top 3 cards in the deck for a tool card. If one is found, add it to your ship. If a tool slot is available, then shuffle the deck. Okay, so the asymmetry on these cards looks like it makes things a little bit easier, more choices, but still the 2 cards is not a choice. All right, let's try this again. I am the Wizard of Wizard of Mo Games. This is the Wizard's Table. I'm out.